I am making Black Friday earrings today, but I'm trying to get it pulled up so I can see it. And there we go. See it? All right. I have my design this time somewhat thought out, and I know what shape that I want to use. I just have to so it shouldn't take as long. I'm hoping. We'll see. But I basically want to do like earrings that are inspired by money and the whole like excitement of Black Friday shopping in the 80s and 90s when I was a kid growing up. So let's see what we can do here. I'm trying to think. I think that I'm going to start out with this one on the black. And I'm going to make little money signs on it because we spent a lot of money Black Friday shopping back in the day. I did not go Black Friday shopping today. I have no patience for waiting in long lines anymore. I much prefer to purchase online from small businesses or even Amazon. I prefer, like, I know that we probably shouldn't cater to Amazon, but it is very convenient and I very much like it. So let's make some money signs and sort of money inspired earrings. So I'm going to roll these out as thin as I can get them to go to make my money signs, because once the pattern is on the clay, when you smush it, it still kind of grows a little bit. So I'm trying to just make super, super thin pieces to make the money sign. And I'm not going to do too many, but I want to make them as small as I can. I wonder if I should do the two colors of green or just the one. We'll see how it looks. Whoops, that's backwards. I think I need something like this. Yes, this is going to work great. And then I'm going to use an X-Acto knife as well. Okay. So at this point, I'm trying to decide, do I want the money signs to have a dark green through them or just the same color green? But I think I'm going to make the money signs first. Hello, everyone. I'm making money bags, earrings, Black Friday inspired. So I'm making little money signs on them. See if I can get it to look somewhat the same. Doesn't need to be exact, but I want it to look similar in size. Yeah, there we go. And then I think it's gonna be this one. So just gonna make an outline so I know a basic like area that I need to be making the pattern in. Right now it just looks like I'm making S earrings. But hopefully it will be as cool as it is in my head once it's all done. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. That's probably fine. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I hope. Some of these are not as thick. That one might be too thin. Did anybody go Black Friday shopping? Hi. Thank you for being here. I had to go into the city today for a doctor appointment, and my son went with me, and so we, like, drove only up by the mall, and we were like, "No, there's too many people here. We don't people like that if we can help it." It was like the entire parking lot was full at Marshall's, which I don't think even has Black Friday deals, if I'm remembering correctly, because they always have deals. All right. Kind of a wonky S, but we're getting there. Usually, if I'm making a short, I would speed this process way up. In real time, it's extremely slow. Jeez. I did do something really exciting today. It was a Black Friday deal, but I didn't go in store. I ordered it offline. I ordered a 3D printer so that I can design my own earrings and cut out ones that I design. And once I figure it out, then I can sell it. And I'm extremely excited about that because sometimes I have an idea for a design, but I don't have the earrings to go with it. But I did have a friend that stopped making them, and she gave me all of her leftover cutters before she quit. So I've been really lucky to have a lot of designs, but there's just something about it being my own design that really appeals to me. These S's are getting more wonky. It's okay. They're going to be smushed down. Use this pointer maybe. Yeah, that makes it easier to move it around. There we go. I'm trying to think what else I could use besides a money sign for a shopping earring. Shopping inspired earring. Maybe it will just the tops of them will have these money signs, and the rest doesn't really need to. It can just have some other kind of, well, this looks like a backwards Z. Ugh, not my favorite. All right, get this on here and then use the pointer. This one really, really helps. Trying to get all my earrings done because my son has a movie he has to review for history class, and so he's doing Black Hawk Down, which is like one of my favorite movies, so I'm gonna watch it with him. So I told him I had to get this done first. It's making me move a little bit faster maybe than normal, shockingly, since I'm moving incredibly slow. Here we go. Make sure that I get right up to the edges here of the cutout. I really need music right now. Yikes. That one's too thick. As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna try and get some music on here. Hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's see how this one works. I'm gonna go ahead and push it down. Um, I think that looks cool. I think I should do the same color for the line through it. And then we'll use the other green for something else. Mm, needs to be a little longer. Okay, I need to think about how I'm going to do this to make sure you can see both elements. Maybe it does have to be the darker green. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to do a sample one, not inside, the space that I'm actually cutting. This one's way bigger though. Okay, let's see how the dark green looks over top of it. I'm sure it would look cool either way, but just see which one I prefer. I feel like the S's need to be a lot bigger potentially. Oh dear. Okay. So maybe if I only do the line at the top and the bottom. Let's try that. So like if I go like this, the question is, can you tell that it's supposed to be money? I don't think the same color is what I want. Okay. Let's try it with the darker one. Hopefully it's not the same thing. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So that's what I need to do. So I am going to, actually, I'm going to finish all the S's and then we'll add the line for money. Hopefully that will work better. All right, I'm going to turn on some music. Okay. There we go. Making them a little bit bigger now. I have to make a couple small ones just to make it look like the same look, but I think the bigger ones look better. Shoot. Here we go. These S's are all turning out completely different. It's okay though. I don't hate it. Hello. Hi, Sophia. Hello, I'm good. How are you? Oh, it's your initial is S? I'm making money signs because these are like shopping inspired for the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna add a line on all of them, but I wanted to do all the S's first. Almost done with them. Def Definitely is time consuming. I should have done this using stamps next time. I just need 2 or 3 more, and then I can move on to the rest of them. This one's way too long. Looks very, very wonky. I think it played the same song over, so I had to switch it. Okay, that one is done. Now, I'm going to use a texture roller on it, and then I'm gonna do the green line through them. Okay. I want these to be really, really skinny so that they don't cover up the S. Yes. There we go. When I roll them in, I hope it looks super cool. Think it looks like money? Won't know until it's too late to turn back. Doing the big ones first. Almost got one of them done. Way too thick. How did everybody's Thanksgivings go? You do anything fun? We went to my mom's house and we played games, and not all my siblings were there, so it was a bit of a smaller crowd than usual. There was probably 20 people missing, maybe more. So it was like 30 of us. Still chaos, still lots of fun. Whenever making these um details, I tend to really crouch over my work so much, like hunch over. Starts to take its toll on your body after a while. Okay, two more. Then we should be able to speed up a bit for the rest of them. Oops, two more, not one. Okay. I think that's all of them. I gotta double check quick. And then I can cut and move on. No, I missed one here. That's the only one I missed though. Okay, so instead of rolling, I am going to first press down the pattern so that it doesn't, the little lines don't move. I'm just going to use an acrylic block here and push them down. All right, now I will do the roller over them. Okay, I think it looks fun. Let's cut it out and see if we love it. I am going to put powder on it. Mm, okay, so if you haven't seen this before, I use this makeup. If you're a polymer clay artist, this is so worth the investment. It lasts forever. It's kind of expensive at first. It's just like finishing powder, but it works better than anything else I've ever used. And you only need the teeniest little bit, and it makes your cutters not stick. So I'm going to, oh, where'd my brush go? Let me see. 1 second. There it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush it on real good. I know that baking powder works really good too. Baking soda works, but I think that baking powder works better. Um, but this stuff is just phenomenal. All right, so I'm still gonna only push halfway and then lift it up and do it again. And then I run it over with the acrylic thing so that the lines and the design of the cutter gets in there real good. Look how cool that looks. Okay, that was worth the annoyance of those S's, which I probably won't make again for a hot minute. All right, half in, lift, and press. These cutters were all designed by me. A friend actually made them for me, but pretty soon I'll be making my own. But I'm still going to give some shout outs to other great artists that make their own cutters or sell cutters. My big thing is I just don't want to make cutters and then never get a chance to design my own earrings because this just brings me so much joy. Okay. I just did an outline around the what little bit was shown on the edges that didn't get cut because I don't want the colors to mix in with my black. Very, very happy with how this turned out. And then I'm gonna do 2 more, shapes, and I think one will have X's and one will have polka dots, maybe? I love doing X's. It's probably my favorite, X's and O's. I could just make, like, a million pairs of earrings that have X's and O's on them. Alright, let's set this aside so it's not getting mixed in. And we will set let me get my other one. I'm gonna move this over so we can get started on the next one. Make sure you can see this here. There you go. So next up, I'm gonna do pink for the middle, I think. Turn that one sideways. There we go. All right. So I think I'm gonna do the green next. Let me wipe down my space so that the other colors don't get on the back. All right. I'm just going to do a super easy polka dot pattern on this one. And I need to actually make this a lot thinner. So I'm going to do it on the thinnest pasta roller setting. And then my biggest secret for making awesome polka dots every time is these like metal tips for frosting. I bought them at the cake decorating store and they are absolutely perfect for cutting out a bunch of polka dots super quick. And they're really sharp, so they do a really clean cut. And I'm gonna do some of the green as well, I think. That's funny. So I'm just gonna maybe do a line of each. Actually, I'm gonna offset them just so that it's not when I press it down that it doesn't make them look like they were meant to be in a line, but they didn't line up well. And I don't need many of these because I just have a fairly small cutter for them. And I think I'm almost to the point where we're good. I'm gonna do just one more line, I think. And I think that's good. Let me make sure. Yes. Okay. So once again, I'm going to press it down with my acrylic block before I roll it with my texture roller. And that way I don't have them moving in a way I don't want them to move when I roll them. It's like the easiest way to do polka dots. All right, let's give it some texture. And, oh, this is gonna look cool. Okay, I'm gonna cut out around these colors again so they don't mix in. This is way too much clay to waste, but I'm gonna turn it into a new color, so. All right. There we go. Yes. Okay. Now, I feel like I need to add a little bit of the light green, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think it'll look better if I add just a little bit of green. Okay, we'll see. So I'm just gonna roll it and then slice really small. And I'm just gonna add a few. I'm not gonna do very many. Just enough to add a little color. I don't know. Do I like the green? I think it needs to have it in there. Yeah. All right. It's kind of ending up doing more than I thought I was going to. It's probably fine. Art is always evolving. All right. I think that's good. Let's see how it looks once we add the texture. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks good. Okay. Let's move this one and then quick do the next one. Well, that was an accident. It's fixable though. There we go. Now, let me move this stuff out of the way so you guys can see better. And add little polka dots. And then the bottom one will be this light green. There we go. Let's add some texture. And put it in there. Made these a little bit too close. Can still get the idea though. Okay. Let me wipe this down and then we just have to do the bottom and I think we'll do some beads. I'm wondering if I have beads left over from a different project that will match. Okay. Add texture. I'm using Sculpey Souffle for all of this, by the way. If you were wondering. And this one, I'm going to do kind of the shape just so that I know about the size of the area I need to decorate. Hi, Teresa. I'm making Black Friday inspired earrings. So I'm going to do a little bit bigger X's on this one. I'm going to roll this one out. There we go. I'm going to use this cutter here. I bought it off Amazon and it is a leather cutter. One of those ones where you put it over a piece of leather and then you pound it in there. And I find that they work really good on clay. So I use them quite a bit for my patterns. But there are some bigger cutters in the packet too. All right, I think this is plenty. Just want to make sure. Whoops, I just did that over the other one. Okay. So just making an X. This. I think I'm going to do 3 on each earring. But I think I need to erase that one a bit. Yeah. Here we go. So usually when I do my shorts, you can't tell what exactly, or I don't have time to tell exactly what inspired me, but these big X's are supposed to represent band-aids and like how much it hurts your wallet to go Black Friday shopping, or at least me. Okay, so I'm going to put black in the middle, and this is gonna be super annoying, but I think I'm gonna change and not have these pink. I'll use them for another pair, but I'm trying to decide. Or do I want to add some pink to the top one? Because since there's no pink in the top one, I wasn't sure if it goes, but maybe if I do that, hmm, trying to think if I like it. I don't know if I like that pink. I think I'm just gonna go with the greens and the black and leave it at that. So I just need to cut out some more of those X's and then slice off most of them. There we go. Need 6 of them total because the bottom part of the X will not need. So I'm just gonna slice small part to be the middle of the Band-Aid. There's actually enough that I can cut off more than one. Or, and then I'll make some little dots in it, like how Band-Aids have. And almost done. One more. Okay. Now I'm going to once again use the acrylic block to okay. Now I'm gonna make my dots, and I don't know if they'll show once I cut this out since the cutter has its own pattern, but just in case, I'm gonna do this for the Band-Aids. There we go. With a little bit of texture and add my magic powder for the best cut every time. I've had my last one since 2019 and I just finished it. So it lasts a hot minute. All right. I'm going to slice. Still gonna press in halfway and unstick it and then use the block. And I want to make sure that I get it really good because sometimes these detail cutters don't get the edges so good. Well, that definitely got the edges good. All right. It kind of looks like a flower almost. All right. Yeah, I didn't do that one far enough. Should have pressed my acrylic block harder. That's okay. better this than it sticking in the thing and getting distorted. And at this point, let's see how it looks and if I need to redo that metal one so there's no pink in it. I almost think it might look better with just the greens and blacks, but we'll see. Okay, so I don't hate it. I would love to hear what you guys think. Thank you. What do you think? Should I leave the pink or no? I'm wondering if it should just be my I'm pressing too hard. Um, I'm wondering if it should just be okay. I am going to leave the pink then. Let me see. I want to see if I have any beads that can work for this. Give me 1 second. I don't think that I have the ones I thought I had left. So I'm going to make some. But I think I'm going to put these in the oven first. Still have my last creations on my board. I have to resin these. These are the ones that I made last night in last night's live. All right, let's use a knife, see if that goes better. Yes. Still awkward. There we go. Jeez. I need a new one of these baking sheets for my convection oven. It's a little bit warped and it makes it hard to get them off. I wonder, like, what if it was just like plain in between them? I might cut a plain pink one to see if that looks better. Or the green. I'm very indecisive. Just not sure if I like how I did that. Oh, I didn't mess it up. I thought I did. Okay. So I'm gonna cut these out and then I'll use them for other projects if I don't like how they look. There we go. And then I will bake them in my convection oven for 1 hour at 230 degrees because souffle tends to warp a bit in the oven if you do it at too high of temperatures, at least in my oven. Okay. So once the oven's ready, we'll do that. And then we're gonna quick make some beads to go at the bottom. And I will make those while these are baking. Okay. This one has a bubble, so we're not gonna use that one. That's why I cut out 3. All right, I'm gonna put these in the oven and we'll make some beads. It's not wanting to preheat as quick as usual. Usually it takes almost no time. Although it can feel like longer when you're standing beside it waiting. All right, so the bottom color is the lime green, so I'm going to use this green for the beads, and I'm going to use this circle cutter, and I want 6 beads. Wait, I think I'm going to do 7 beads, so I need 14 circles. There we go. And I put 2 together for each one. And then I will roll them. I actually need, shoot, 2 more. 1, of course, it's not big enough. There goes the oven. 2. There we go. Let me do that oven. All right, so I'm gonna roll them. I need to wipe the stone here. Okay. I just quickly roll them. And then we'll add a little bit of the bright green. The neon green. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then gonna roll this out. And I'm gonna do 8 of these. I'm not gonna count that one. Okay. Now I'm gonna roll these in smaller balls. We're gonna attach them to the larger ones. So that they kind of like a color blocking bead, basically. And then we'll put screws into them and get these baking as well. So basically what I do is I just attach it to the top like that. And it's not going to be as big. It's not going to be like half the bead again that is this color, just like a third. Go. And it looks like I'm losing my light, so I'm not going to be able to photograph these until tomorrow, which is a bummer because they're Black Friday inspired and today is Black Friday, but it's probably fine. I can share them tomorrow. All right, so at this point, I'm just going to roll them and they make this fun pattern that is 2 different colors of bead. Super easy, really, really, really fun to do. Bead making is one of my favorite things ever. Although if I do it for too long, then it can like really start to screw with my body because you're just constantly moving and I already have pain. And then I'll put hooks in these, like the little fisheye hooks, to attach to the actual earrings. And these earrings that I took the time to just design somewhat before I started. So right now I'm at 74 minutes and that is just for the design part of it. And then I mean the like actual cutting out and yeah, design. It's not like the pre-design where I'm drawing it out, but it's where I'm designing the actual clay. So that's why it takes me I always say it takes me such a long time to make a pair of earrings because I now have to put them in the oven for an hour. And then once they bake for an hour, I'll need to sand them and drill them and clean them and assemble them. So that will be another hour, hour and a half. So if you are a maker and you're not charging enough for all that time, like figure all of that into it because it's a lot of work. And I think I'm going to end there just because I have an hour of baking to go. And I won't be able to share them till the morning, but I will have them up in short format by tomorrow. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. I hope you guys have a good evening. And yeah, come back, please. Okay, bye.